Love it. All right, so we have a special lady that's going to talk to us a little bit tonight about working with incredible kids because she's got three. All right, and so we'd love to have Miss Amy Gardner.
I started, my business 8 years ago, and I was a stay-at-home mom and very shy around others I didn't know. And I didn't know how to start conversations with anyone either. But I had two kids at home, and my daughter was starting dance, and which was extra money that we didn't exactly have. Um, and I wanted to get out um, and do something, find something that I could do and still be at home and do my daytime things with my kiddos. And I wanted a job that I could do in the evening. But um, then I ended up having a Tupperware party, and the consultant included my kids, which was a lot of fun. I loved that. And my kids, they loved that too. And so I ended up falling in love with the product, and I was told I could work it around my family. And this to me was like a dream come true because um, I'm a family person and I want to be there for all my kids' milestones. Um, I also learned how to incorporate my kiddos into my business. So, you know that feeling that you get at Christmas time when you open up a new present with tons of excitement? That's the same feeling that because my kiddos were always there with me when I would go get a new box, and we would bring it in, and they would go and grab the scissors and help me open up the box. And it was something that we always did together. And they had fun pulling everything out, pulling all the new gadgets out. And I would ask them, what do you think this is? Or how do you think we use this? What can we use this for? And then I would go and I would take those stories of how my kids used it, and I would use those stories in my parties and in front of people, which I still do. If you ever notice, I always talk about my kids and what they do with the products. And when you tell stories, you are relatable, and people like that. And when you're relatable, you end up selling more. So when I first started, I was very shy. I was nervous talking in front of people. So something else I did with my kids was practice. I would sit them down, on the couch or around the table, and I would throw my party, my kids, and which helped me in the long run, and it helped them too. So what's even better about having my kids helping me is that they help me with my lives now. You guys ever watch me or Tupperware with Amy Gardner, and I have my kids in the kitchen with me, and I love it. I love spending that time with them, and they love it too. They love being in the kitchen and helping me cook and bake. And so then they are cooking and baking. They're like, okay, mom, I want to cook dinner tonight and I want to make it all myself. So I let them do those things. I let them bake cupcakes for me. Well, actually, it was a surprise, right? Almost a year ago now. For my birthday last year, I'll never forget. My two boys woke up early and they wanted to make mommy chocolate cupcakes, and they were reading the instructions, and they had my silicone muffin pan, and they put the cupcake mix in, well, it's a form, not a pan, but they put it in the microwave and they baked it for 8 minutes. And so, you have ever made these cupcakes or cone muffin in the microwave, it does not take 8 minutes. They were hard. They were really hard. But you know what? It was really sweet and something that I will always remember, and something that I can share with people. So, and also I teach them when they're in there cooking with me, they're learning measurements. So they're learning math and um, and other skills like self-confidence, which is something that I never had, and I can see, and that's just it's amazing. I love it. Um, and we always work on goals together. What's mommy's new goal? It used to be in Disney, and we did that. And now we always have something new. And I have my kids have goals too. So what's their goal? Like my daughter's goal, I told you years ago she started dance 8 years ago. So now she's in point. And that was a goal of hers, was to be, she's in ballet, and she she made it. She has those point shoes and she loves it. Um and we love to travel and take weekend getaways. And so those are things that mommy works for. And so they know that when mommy's going to work, that these are different things that we're working for. And so right now we're working on going on a trip to the Ark. We want to go and see the real live Ark down in Kentucky. And so we'll use the extra money for that. Um, and of course, to go get ice cream, because you gotta have ice cream when you go on vacation. At least we do. Love ice cream. And so, our children might not always listen to what we say, but they always watch what we do. And sometimes they will surprise you by what they do or what they say. So I'll never forget when my youngest, oh yes, I had a third kid, for those of you that don't know me, and he is now 5. And so it was probably about a year ago, and he was in this phase of doing impressions of everybody. So it was probably a little bit more than a year ago, because I was still going out and doing my parties. And he's and all right, so he will get so bashful if he knows I'm telling you this, but he would say, "I'm mommy. I have a Tupperware party." And then he would take his bag, not really, but he would act like he's taking a bag, put it on his shoulder, and then like do a little strut out the door. And so it was funny. And we all laugh, but that's what he saw. He saw mommy getting her bag, going to work. And of course, um, all the times that, well, not, sorry, when we first learned that I earned Disney, they were so excited. And all the times that we have new directors and new managers step up, because they get excited too about those things, because I'm excited about it and I share that with them. And I'll never forget when Kelly, she made director, and because my kids, they know her kids, and Kelly would come over here quite often, and so that they were really really excited about that. And but one of the most recent things was when our Tupperware car arrived in our driveway. I will never forget the looks on their faces. We all ran outside and it was pulling down. I'm like, "That's my car." And they're like, "I know." And they were all excited. And it was awesome, because I am sharing that with them, and they are a huge part of that. Um, and so I work around my kids and all their extra activities. I take my date book with me wherever I go. And if I have time, which sometimes I have a lot of extra time in the car, I will listen to trainings, or I will work on my trainings, um, or I go live often. So if you're on my team, when I'm in my car, I'm going live. I love what I do. I love that my business is a family business. My husband is one of my biggest supporters, and he helps me too. That I earned that Tupperware sticker for your car, and so he put it on his brand new truck, and he drives it around, and he does construction. And the guys at work, they kind of laugh. Um, whenever he comes around, because he always has his lunchbox full of Tupperware, and he does sell to the guys. Like they've bought in quite a few things from him, especially the little tiny salt and pepper shakers. They love those things. Um, but that sticker is on his car, and one of the guys last week said, "So does this mean that you sell Tupperware too?" Well, he is one of my biggest supporters, so he will, you know, support me there, always. And if I can do this, then any of you can do this. And just remember, you have to work hard and play hard. That means that when you are working, you're working, right? And when you're playing, you're put down the phone and you sit there and you're with your child, your grandchild, maybe your niece or nephew, and you're just there with them one on one and enjoy the moments.
Oh my God, that was wonderful. Let's give her a hand. I love it. And look at all the artwork behind her. You're a great mom, Amy. I'm just always so proud of you and Todd, and those wonderful three incredible children you have. Thank you so much for sharing with us ideas on how you make it work at home with the kids.